everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am finally tackling my long list of craft items that I have had on my to-do list that have just not gotten done. So I hope I'm not the only one, but I make a list of crafts that I hope to complete, and I have a running list and I never seem to get to it. So in this video, I am sitting down and I am going through that list, and I am going to finish all of those unfinished crafts that I have been really wanting to get to. So we are going to be doing 10 crafts today. I'm super excited to show you all of the crafts that I've been wanting to finish because they turn out really, really cute. And one of the crafts that I did was this cute little bathroom sign. It's so cute. It says wash your hands. We just redid our bathroom and it looks so cute, but I just wanted to redo a little bit of the decor in it. So I made this. I love how it turned out. So fun. Another thing that I am going to do today, finally, is I am going to decorate my little AirPods. There we go. And my husband and I will tell you later in the video, we both have some AirPods and we've been getting them mixed up because they have the same little case. So finally, I am going to make mine all cutesy so that we can differentiate whose is whose, and I love how it turned out. This might be one of my favorite projects. Another project, and I'm not going to share them all because I want you to be surprised with some of them, but another project that I've been meaning to do but just have not gotten around to is creating a little mask bin for our laundry room. It just says, don't forget your mask, because we have a little pile of packages of new masks that are always in the laundry room, and I wanted to have a little home for them just so that they're all put together and nice and organized, because who doesn't love getting organized, right? And I think a lot of my crafts also get me so much more organized. So I'm going to walk you through all of the crafts I'm going to do today. It's going to just be a little crafty night, crafty afternoon. So go ahead and grab some coffee. I've got mine, and I am going to craft away and show you all of the things that have been on my to-do list that just haven't quite made it to my craft table. All right, everyone, let me know if you enjoy this. I'm actually planning to do this more often than not because I always have a running list of crafts that I need to get done and just can't find the time, or I'm working on other things for the channel. So this really made my heart happy to finally slow down, settle down, and get some of those things that have just been on my heart lately finally on my craft table and completed. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I hope you enjoyed this. Please give me a thumbs up if you do, and we will go ahead and get crafting. Okay, so the first craft that I have had on my to-do list for a long time is to create a little decor for our little half bath that I just redecorated. So we have a cute little shelf in there that I wanted to put a little sign on. So I have a little SVG ready, and I've had this in my craft stash for so long, and I've just been waiting for the perfect project, and this has presented itself. So I love this. I think I got it from Target. It came with a really pretty pattern behind in between the little mat section, and I just love it. It's just so me. So I thought it'd be cute just to put some vinyl in that little middle section and just really make it really dimensional by putting the vinyl on the glass. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll be sure to try and link everything in the description box of this video below, and that includes the designs I'm using as well. So this cute design I found on Design Bundles, and it's just so cute. You'll see it in just a minute, but it's white on white. So right now it's a little tricky. Okay, so I'm just placing my transfer tape down, and I like to use a clear grid line transfer tape, especially when working with projects that you really are lining your vinyl up, because it really helps in just aiding with that whole process. I always have a lot of people ask repeatedly, this question gets asked a lot, how to get the vinyl up off of the cutting sheet really well. And I always flip mine over just like you're seeing, and I scrape the back really well, and that really helps bring that vinyl up off of that cutting sheet. You'll also notice that I'm using removable vinyl for this project. I don't mind using removable vinyl on projects that are not going to get wet, and even though this is going in a bathroom, it's a half bath, so moisture is not an issue at all. And that way, if down the road I want to do something different with this little sign, then I can just remove this vinyl and do something different. Okay, so now I have my little design, and I'm just going to bring this back over here. Now I did prep the surface. This is glass. I prepped it with some glass cleaner. Usually I prep my surfaces with rubbing alcohol, but I don't like how streaky that makes glass look, so glass cleaner is what I used. And now I'm just going to center this in that little middle part. And that looks pretty good to me. Just like this. So cute. Okay, so now I have that laid down. I can grab my scraper and just scrape this down. So I did go ahead and do all of my cutting and sizing and weeding before filming, just because I wanted to make sure I could get these crafts done really quickly. They've been on my to-do list forever. So if you need help learning how to cut vinyl or learn how to weed vinyl or even help in Design Space, be sure to check out my channel, because every other tutorial I have goes through the process from beginning to end. How cute is this? So I'm just taking off that transfer tape, and I'm going to save this transfer tape and use it for my next project. Cute. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love this font. Of course, I don't know what the font is because this was an SVG that I purchased, but I love it. It's exactly my style. So I love how that looks, and it's hard to see on camera, but there's a lot of dimension because of the raised glass that's in between the paper background and then the vinyl. So it's really, really neat. It gives it a really cool effect. Okay, so craft number 1 that's been on my to-do list is finally done. Okay, so the next project that I've had on my to-do list for quite a while is just creating a fun little sign for my craft space. So I promise that my tutorial for going behind the scenes in my craft room is coming, but I'm finishing up a few things, and I've been so busy doing tutorials that it's kind of been hard to get content ready plus get my craft room ready at the same time. So I am creating a really fun little sign. I purchased this at Michael's. It's a double-sided little easel sign, and on the back is a chalkboard, and then on the front is a little whiteboard. And I thought this would be really, really cute, and you guys will see where it goes once I do my craft room reveal. So this is one of the last pieces of decor that I am crafting for my space, and then I'll be ready to show you. Okay, so I have this file is so cute. So I have this cute little file, and I'll show you guys in just a moment. But I'm going to place my transfer tape right over this. I have 3 different colors that I'm using for this one, and it's just the perfect addition to my space. Okay, again, front and back with the scraping. So then I'm just going to center this the best that I can on my little base here. Okay, that looks good to me. And then I'll grab my scraper and just press that first layer down. Okay, there we go. Pulling off that transfer tape, and there is the first little layer. Okay, so then I have my second layer. And it got most of my design, but not quite all of it. So I'll come back and grab the little pieces at the bottom in just a moment. That way I can still use this piece of transfer tape. And just hover over and place those pieces where they belong. Just like that. Easy peasy. Okay, and grabbing these other little pieces really quickly that didn't quite make it on that transfer tape. Pieces just go right down here at the bottom, just like so. Okay. Okay, and the last little piece are these little words that are just going to fit inside the banner here, just like that. Okay, so this is so cute. It says living the creative life, and I love it because it has a little pen, pencil, some paintbrushes, and a weeding tool. And when I saw it, I just knew that I needed to have it be a part of my new craft space. It's just so sweet. There we go. I love that. All right, so again, craft room reveal will be coming shortly, but always appreciate your grace as a lot of things happen behind the scenes, and definitely keeping myself very, very busy. So this is my second little craft that I have been meaning to do forever. I'm so glad that it's finally done, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, so you know it would not be craft night without doing a monogram, or at least one. I think I have another one coming up because monograms are my jam for sure. So what I'm doing is I have been needing to decorate my little AirPod case forever because I bought my husband some AirPods for Christmas, and now we both have the exact same little cute little white case, and we're always getting it mixed up. So I was going to decorate mine because I just thought I had a really cute idea, and I've been wanting to, of course, add vinyl to everything for a while now. So I am going to just use a little bit of rubbing alcohol. I'm going to spray just a little cotton circle over here, and I'm just using a little bit, but I want to just make sure that the base is nice and clean. Again, just using a tiny, tiny bit. And I want to make sure I clean that off really nice so that my vinyl lays down very nice. Okay, so I have my little piece of transfer tape. Of course, I'm putting my monogram on it because if it doesn't have a monogram, then it's just not cute enough in my opinion. Okay, so for this, what I really want to focus on is there's a little light in the middle there. I don't know if you can see that, but I want to make sure that my monogram goes around that because I do want to still be able to see that. Okay, so I'm just going to place my little monogram right there. I can just rub it down with my finger, just like so, and lightly with my scraper. Okay, now we will not get them mixed up again. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, so then I also got some little hearts cut out on my machine. They're really cute, and they're in that nice pale pink that you know I love. So I am actually going to skip the transfer tape, and I'm going to just use tweezers to apply these, and I'm just going to place them sporadically around the case. So I have my little tweezers here, and I will just bend that carrier cutting sheet and grab a little bit of that heart, peel it up, and then I'll just find a little place to place it on my little AirPod. There we go. And I will just continue pulling these off and placing them wherever I would like. And it's really nice. It has a really nice soft rounded corner around this case, so it makes it pretty easy to do little wrap designs. Let me know if you guys have AirPods and if you have decorated your case. My husband bought mine before I surprised him with his. He actually bought mine and then he fell in love with borrowing mine, and so I surprised him, of course, by getting him his own so I could have mine back. And of course, the first thing he said when he got me mine was, "Are you going to decorate your little case?" Because he just knows me so well. But it's been, oh gosh, it's been a while since I've had these, and I still hadn't decorated them. Hence my craft night, because I am just usually working so hard on creating timed content for my channel, and so a lot of the stuff that, little things like this usually get pushed to the back burner, and I've been wanting to do it forever. You guys know how it goes. You know how it goes. I don't know a crafter that doesn't have a running craft list. Let me know. Maybe you don't. Maybe you are always up to date with your crafts. But okay, so that's looking really cute so far. I'm just going to kind of wrap around the edge here and the back. That was so easy. I'm almost embarrassed by how long that took me to do, since that took me less than 5 minutes to get that done. Do you ever do that? Please tell me I'm not the only one who puts off something for so long, and then when you finally accomplish it, you realize that it took a lot longer to procrastinate on it than it did to actually get it done. That's okay though, but I love how this turned out. A little 360 view of it is just so cute, and I love how those little hearts look. And now I will always know which AirPods are mine and which ones are my husband's. Now I might have to sneak his away and monogram his, because we just have to monogram all the things. All right, let's go ahead and move to the next craft. I am so excited this is done. Okay, so since I still have my little rubbing alcohol out, I'm going to do this little acrylic base. So I purchased this from Target, so super cute, and I am working so hard, you guys, right now because I am going to be having our third baby very soon. So I've been working like crazy to film tutorials for the summertime. That way there's still content going up, hopefully. I'm trying to get stuff scheduled, but behind the scenes I can be resting. So I tell you all of this because I have a huge pile of little memory cards from recording with my camera that are always in a pile in need of being edited and ready to put up on my channel. So I bought this little acrylic base because I wanted to have just a little home, because everything needs a home. I wanted to have a home for all of my little memory cards. That way I don't lose any, because there's nothing as disheartening as filming a tutorial and then thinking you lost the memory card for it. I don't know that I've actually ever really lost one, but I have thought that I have lost one multiple times because, you know, it just gets a little hurried and crazy behind the scenes sometimes. So still trying to reuse some transfer tape here. I like to try and reuse as much as I can. Let me grab some scissors here. And I created this little design using offset, which you guys know I love. If you missed my tutorial, I did a tutorial about 8 crafts that you can do using offset, and you guys have loved it. I have been so humbled with how many people have just really been inspired by that tutorial. So if you missed it, I'll link it in the little right-hand corner here so that you can see. But I did create this little design with offset, and this design was, well, I didn't create the design, I created the idea with offset. So this is the design on this white that is in Design Space. It's a cute little camera, and I have it on some really pretty shimmery vinyl. And then I have made the offset, which is with this pink, that just really helps the design pop. And you guys know, if you've seen my first behind the scenes, that I love little pops of pink in my craft area, obviously. So, of course, I had to have little desk accessories be pink as well. Okay, so we are all set to go. I can just decorate this little guy. And then I need to trim off the edges there so I can fit the design inside. And poke it right. Okay, placing it right inside. And I accidentally laid it down, so hopefully, oh, it's centered. It's okay. Okay, I need to grab my small Cricut scraper because I don't think I can scrape this in. Okay, scrape, scrape, scrape. Get that laying down super well. And sometimes I have to just gently use my weeding tool to get a corner of that transfer tape. And then I can pull away the transfer tape and leave my vinyl on my base. So cute. I hope you can see that. Okay, so cute. I love how that turned out. And now I have a little place for all, I have them right here, all of these little memory cards that just stack up all over my desk. And now I won't panic about losing them. I have probably 6 or 7 more, but I will get them all organized in here, and now I can get to editing and bringing even more little fun videos to the channel. Okay, so not only am I having fun doing a little craft night here, but I am getting my desk organized, I am getting my craft room decorated, my bathroom decorated. What else have I done so far? Oh, and my AirPods. Finally getting all of that all organized. Okay, so sometimes crafting leads to just organization behind the scenes, more often than not for me. Okay, let's move on to the next little craft that I've been needing to get done. Okay, so the next craft that I have been wanting to do, actually I have a couple that I need to do tonight, is I am always finding cute little ideas for shirts that I want, but I have so many shirt tutorials on my channel, so usually I shy away from making them a top priority to make for myself. So I am going to make myself a couple of shirts because you guys will like these designs. They're so cute. But I'm always finding super cute little ideas and really wanting to make them. Okay, so my EasyPress 2 is preheating. I'm just running a lint roller over this little shirt here. It has a little lint on it. I do pre-wash all of my shirts before I apply iron on. So this has been washed and dried, and while this is preheating, I'm just going to preheat my shirt to remove any wrinkles and to also remove any moisture that may happen to be in the shirt. So just about 5 seconds of preheating is perfect. Okay, so this is the design. I found this on Design Bundles. I'll link it below in case you want to purchase it and make something for yourself. But how cute is this? Okay, it's cute because it's definitely me. I am the biggest overthinker. I have to think and think and think on stuff way longer than I should, or worry or dwell, and I need this shirt. So this would also make a cute coffee mug. Just because I'm putting this on a shirt, just remember that a lot of designs actually do well on other projects as well, and this would be one of them. Okay, so I'm just making sure I have that centered. Might bring it down just a little bit. This is a high rounded collared shirt, and if you need help centering things on shirts, then be sure to bring out your measuring tape. I am fairly good at just eyeballing. I've always been a pretty good eyeballer, so that's how I'm gonna do mine. Okay, so let me know if you're an overthinker as well. Hopefully I'm not the only one, but you know, it's just the way God made me, I guess. Okay, so I'm all set to go. My EasyPress 2 is preheated, so I will go ahead and just set that over my design. I am going to heat it at 315 for 30 seconds with light pressure. Okay, and then when this is done, what I'm going to do is flip my shirt completely over, and I will press the back for an additional 15 seconds. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to mention I have my heat press mat underneath. Okay, there we go. Do an additional 15 seconds. So if this is the first tutorial you've ever seen of mine and you're lost on how to create a shirt, I will be sure to link a tutorial on how to make t-shirts from start to finish. That way you aren't lost for long. Again, I'm just going quickly through these because I have so many crafts I need to get done, but I always have full tutorials on my channel that will definitely simplify the process. Okay, so I let that go a little long, but that's okay. And I'm just going to let this cool. This is a cool peel, so I like to just take my heat press mat out from underneath my project and let this rest on a cool surface to help draw out that heat so I can get it quickly removed up. Okay, so that has cooled, so I am just going to peel up my liner and monitor to make sure everything has laid down. I feel like there's a couple places where it seems like it's kind of pulling up. So I'm going to get this whole thing, not a lot, for the most part it's all the way down, but there's just a couple little edges. Okay, so that did well, but I did notice a couple edges, so what I'm going to do is just keep my mat and place that right back underneath. This is why I always also leave my press on until I'm completely done. That way I have it ready to go in case I need to do any repressing. But if you ever need to repress, what you want to do is you want to keep your liner and just place it right back over your design, because you do not want to expose your exposed iron-on to your heat source. So I'm just going to lay that back over that. Center that a little better. There we go. Okay, so protect my design, and I'll just do that for another 30 seconds just to be sure that everything is where it needs to be. Okay, there we go. And we are all set. And the best thing about this is that this is a cute little stretchy shirt, so I think I can even wear this with my baby bump. I was making this just for later, but I think I could pull it off right now with my little baby bump. So I'm definitely going to be wearing this soon. So cute. I love it. And I probably should make myself a coffee mug and maybe a keychain that says the same thing. Okay, so since my heat press is still out and nice and hot, I am going to take advantage of my time and work smart here and just do my other shirt since it's all ready to go. Again, I did pre-wash it. This is the same shirt, just different color, and I got these from Target. So soft, love it. Okay, and I'm going to preheat my material. Once again, if you need help creating t-shirts, I have a lot of tutorials on my channel. I'll link one in the little right-hand corner for you. Or you can just go to my channel and search for t-shirts and they will pop up. I also have an entire playlist on my channel called HTV Crafts. So if you want to just browse that channel and binge watch, then that is available too. So this is my design. I will tell you, this took me forever to design, forever to cut, and forever to weed, but look how pretty it is. So let's talk about it for a second. So I purchased the little plants from Design Bundles, and they just came as little individual plants. And then I arranged them in this design, and then I added text to the side. So I'm focusing on the fruits of the Spirit, which of course is Galatians 5:22 through 23. And so we have goodness, joy, gentleness, love, faithfulness, self-control, patience, kindness, and peace. And if you watched my tutorial about bullet journaling, I am trying to focus on one of the fruits of the Spirit every month, which is sometimes easier said than done, but I'm doing my best. And so I thought it would be really pretty to make a shirt, and I think this turned out so cute. So again, the little plants were purchased, and then I personally added the little letters, and I used the curve feature in Design Space, and then I added down at the bottom. So fun. I really love it. I'm going to need to press this in 2 sections. And now that I see this on this beautiful shirt, I am really, really grateful that I took the time to design and cut and weed this, because during that whole process, it seemed like a lot. Have you guys ever done that where you're designing and you're thinking, oh my gosh, is this going to be worth it in the end? But I am telling you, this was worth it because this is so pretty. It's definitely my style too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the first 2 rows first with my press, and then I will move my press down and get that bottom 3 plants with the little Galatians at the bottom as well. Okay, so again, it was 315 for 30 seconds with light pressure. Okay, perfect. And then I'll bring my press down and place it at the bottom here. And I will do that little last bit. Okay, so once more, as I did in the last shirt, I'll place this upside down and press the back for 15 seconds. So again, I'll do that in sections. So the top and then the bottom. Okay, and then I will be sure to let this cool. And I like to put it on a cool surface just to help speed up that cooling process, and then I will peel up the carry sheet. Okay, so I'm just going to peel away that liner, going nice and slow and just monitoring all of my edges. Okay, so this actually pulled up really, really nicely. I think just because I did repress the last one, I'll probably just give it just a little bit more heat just to make sure, but oh my gosh, I'm in love with this. I always say it too on my channel. I always reveal something and say, this is my favorite craft I've ever done. But I guess that's a good sign that I keep trying to top myself with my little ideas and crafts or creations. So I'm just going to place this right over the top again, and I'm just going to give it a little bit more heat just to really, really get it. Okay, so I gave it a little bit more heat. I'm just going to peel that up, and it's all done. Let me zoom in so you guys can really see the detail on that. Okay, so there is the final shirt. I love how it turned out. It's so cute. So sweet. I can't wait to wear this. Okay, so for this craft, I've been meaning to get this done. So my husband and I, we purchased matching little Yetis for camping. And of course, they don't completely match because his is navy and mine is this really, really pretty bright pink. And so I have wanted to put my monogram on it because I have to monogram all the things. If monogramming is wrong, I do not want to be right because it's just the way I roll. So I got this really pretty vinyl from Michaels. I believe it's Sparkleberry, but I will link it in the description box below. And it's so fun. I think it's going to look really, really fun on this bright background. And the colors are just super, super fun. It's kind of like a spray paint, watercolor. It's got a lot of fun, really neat colors in it. So before I apply that, I'm going to add a little bit of rubbing alcohol once more to my surface just to prep it, make sure there are no oils, dirt, or grime on there. And this just helps the vinyl stick really well. I have lots of tutorials on how to make decals on my channel. In fact, I have a tutorial on how to make a monogrammed coffee mug on my channel because every coffee mug I own is monogrammed. So I have one of those if you need help learning how to create a monogram like this. And I believe it even has a scalloped edge around it as well. And so you can learn start to finish in that tutorial. So I'll grab some transfer tape. Again, I'm just continuing to trim down this original piece that I used. Okay, so pull away my little carrier cutting sheet, and what I like to do is I like to just use things around my craft space to help steady things. I know there are fancy schmancy things that you can do to get your cups straight, but I just like using what's around. So I'm just going to steady my cup so it does not move, and this is not straight. Let me straighten out this lip here. That way visually I don't have anything playing a trick on my eye. Okay. Okay. That looks good to me. And then I'm going to start in the middle. I don't need these any longer. And I just rub my finger down the middle and then slowly go out towards the edges and just lay that vinyl down really nice. Okay, and then towards the other side. That vinyl is adorable. It is so cute. When I showed my husband, when I was prepping this craft for this tutorial, and I showed my husband this vinyl, he was telling me, oh my gosh, you're branching out from your neutrals. And I said, everyone is going to be so proud of me in this tutorial for doing something a little bit more bold, because you guys know I love my pastels. So, but I could have gotten the pastel pink, and I just thought I would be wild and crazy and get this bright pink for camping. So I hope you're proud, because baby steps on getting more adventurous with color. Okay, so definitely loving how this looks. So pretty. Okay, how fun is this? I love this vinyl. I bought 2 sheets of it because it's just so cool. It's so pretty. So there's some light mint, there's a teal, a pink, a peach. Just so pretty. So I'll link it so you guys can see what it looks like in the full sheet. So cute. Okay, so another to-do list craft all done. And hopefully soon I can enjoy some coffee out of this, because I never really was one to have major pregnancy aversions, but this pregnancy I cannot stand coffee or hot coffee. I can only have iced coffee from Starbucks, which is just random. It's the only thing that tastes good, but my morning cup of hot coffee that I've had for the past 5 or 6 years, I can't have it anymore because it just does not taste good to me. It actually just makes me, I don't even end up pouring it because it just doesn't sound appealing at all. So I'm really hoping that that comes back after baby is born, because I love my coffee. And you guys have seen me make so many cute mugs that I need to be able to use now. Okay, moving on. Okay, so another little to-do list craft that has been on my list forever. Well, I guess a year exactly, since we've been in this pandemic for a year, is I have been meaning to create a cute little bin to organize all of our little masks. So I wanted to do this for our laundry room because that's where we keep them when we are home, of course, and that's where we grab them when we are heading out. So I want to create a little place to just place all of those little masks in so that they are not just everywhere. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I made a cute little mask, and then I wrote out "Don't forget your mask" with a cute font. I believe this font is called Country Market. I purchased it off of Design Bundles in a farmhouse bundle, and I'll be sure to link that bundle below because you've seen it time and time again on my channel. But I think I'm going to lay down the mask first, and this floral vinyl is gorgeous. I love it. I purchased it from Expressions Vinyl, and I'll, of course, link it down below. So it's easy to find, but it's so pretty. And it just really made a fun design like this just really pop. So I'm going to place this right on the little base and then align up my little words as well. Okay, there we go. So I'll do the mask first. I think that will be easiest. I love having cute little organizational bins that are intentional for things. I just think it adds a piece of decor to a room, but it also gets everything organized. So it's just a double win. Plus they're fun to create, so it's a triple win. Okay, so pulling this off, and then I will grab my words as well. Okay, placing a piece of transfer tape over my words here. Get this all in camera. There we go. Okay. I think I'm going to have to do more of these little craft nights with just lots of crafts that I've had on my to-do list, because this is really just filling me up with a lot of joy. It's making me feel accomplished, and it's making my to-do list look a lot better. So let me know if you enjoyed this, because I think I'm going to have to make this somewhat regular. Just keep my little list going, keep my little running list going, and then every once in a while sit down and just craft away. There we go. Love, love, love. Okay, there we are. Love that. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. I wish I had done this a long time ago. But who would have thought a year into this that I would still need to make one of these? But, you know, here we are. That's okay. All right, another thing down, and moving on to the next craft. I am in love with this. It might be my favorite craft I've ever done. Okay, so the next thing I have been wanting to try for quite a while now is I've always been curious about these little pre-made iron-on designs that Cricut sells. So I can't remember if I got this at Joann's or if it was Michael's, but so cute. So I'm going to put this on a little onesie. I'm going to do the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. The reason I was attracted to this particular pack was because it's gender neutral, because we don't find out the gender of our little ones before birth. We wait as a surprise. So I thought this was just super gender neutral and fun. So I am going to get my smallest EasyPress out. So the little 6x7, because that is perfect for onesies. If you need a tutorial on onesies, I have one of those as well, where I made lots of onesies for our baby-to-be. But I'm going to do this and we will learn together. I'm going to get these little directions out and read through it and finally give this a try. Okay, so I have my little mat here and my 6x7 EasyPress, and it says we are going to set the press to 340. So let's go ahead and put that at 340, and then we will eventually heat it for 50 seconds. Okay, so I will put my timer at 50 seconds, and these directions are just what was placed inside that little sleeve that it came with. It also has some directions for household iron as well. I always get asked about how to use a household iron. I will tell you, I have only done iron-on with a household iron one time, and it was so tricky, and I think I scorched my iron-on. I don't remember it being super successful. I don't remember much about it because, quite honestly, I remember it being super frustrating to get the exact temperature, unlike a nice EasyPress. So if you're wondering about iron-on or irons, I know it's possible, but I personally just have not had success with it. I just found it way too hard, so I quickly invested in an EasyPress and have had so much fun and so much success since. So I'm just going to trim these apart. I'll save this other one for another little something, but I want to try this one first. Okay, so it says use a pre-washed garment, which luckily mine is pre-washed already. And the reason I was attracted to this while we're waiting for this to preheat, the reason I was attracted to this was because these little designs are really, really detailed. So unlike iron-on, you can get a lot of detail. Although I purchased this before I got into sublimation, so now I have a fun way of getting really detailed designs, and I'm in love with sublimation. So I have some tutorials on sublimation, so be sure to check those out as well. But if you do not do sublimation and you are looking for a really fun way to get a detailed iron-on design, then this would be a good idea. This is also a good idea if you are brand new to doing iron-on or creating any type of shirt. This might be a fun little way for you to get your feet wet and just a fun little thing to try. Okay, so it has preheated. So the first thing it says to do is it says to preheat the material for 10 to 15 seconds. So I'll just focus on that area where I'm going to be placing my design. Okay, and then it says to place the design on the preheated material. So I have my design, and I will place that right on my preheated material. Okay, so then it says to heat the design for 50 seconds with medium pressure. So I'll just place that over. I'm avoiding any of the seams or collars, and I'll just do medium pressure. Then after this, it does say we'll flip the material over and we will heat the reverse side for 15 seconds. This is also a fun idea if you are new to cricketing in general and you're not wanting to try out iron-on and do all of the cutting with your machine, because quite honestly, this is just a pack of an iron-on design, a garment, and some type of heat source. So this is a project you actually don't even need your machine for. Okay, so that is almost done. Perfect. So I'll flip this over and heat for 15 seconds. So I'll just watch that until it goes down to 35 seconds and then pull that up. Let me know if you guys have tried these before. I've always seen them. They have some really cute designs and they're super affordable. So I've just always been curious about trying them, and finally a cute little design just presented itself and I had to do it. Oops, a little long. Got to chatting. Okay, so we'll go ahead. I'll leave that on just in case. But now it says to let cool for 1 to 2 minutes and then remove the lining. So we'll just pull that off of the mat and let that really cool. Okay, so this has cooled. It's just barely warm to the touch. So now I'll just peel away my liner. It looks like it has laid down. I might give it just a tad bit more heat. Oh, it looks like it's good. I might give it just a little bit more heat, maybe like 10 seconds. There were just a couple little areas. I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard when you're peeling up to see if it's the garment that's peeling up or not, but that looks so neat. I love the depth of color that using designs like this offers. That's just so fun. And how quick and easy. Like if you needed to make something like this for a baby shower or a quick gift, how easy and quick would this be? Okay, again, I'm putting that liner right back over there. I'm just going to give this like 10 seconds just to be sure. I like to just make sure. Of course, yours might not need that, so just monitor yours, but that's so cool. I love that. So I have another that whoops, now I have to wait again for it to cool. Okay, so I have to let that cool, and I have another one that I purchased as well. I think it has panda bears on it, so maybe I'll have to make that as well. So fun. Okay, so just peeling that liner off the second time. So cute. That probably did not even need any more heat, but looks so cute and fun. I love how that turned out. So again, super good little idea to keep in your little crafting treasure chest if you need to make something really, really quick, or if you don't even have a Cricut machine at all and you're just thinking about getting a Cricut machine. There are still options for creating some apparel that are pre-done. So I love that. That's so, so fun. So another little item for the baby's closet. So it also does give you some washing instructions or care instructions on here as well. So if you are concerned about that, then it's provided with the little designs. Okay, so the final craft that I have been wanting to get done is decorating my girls' little iPad case. So I'm going to get a cute little design on there for the girls. What's funny is that because I decorate a lot of stuff and personalize a lot of stuff for the kids, now they come up to me with little items and they're always asking, can you vinyl this? Can you vinyl this? And I always say yes, but of course it's one of those things that goes on the list of things to do, and sometimes that list gets a little long. So this is one of the things that they have wanted vinyl on, and so I found a cute little design and we're going to get that on there. Okay, so I'm going to bring this up in Design Space as well so that I know how to apply this. So I am going to get a fresh piece of transfer tape for this and keep some fresh transfer tape in general handy because this has a lot of layers. So when I'm doing a lot of layers, I try to reuse as much as I can, but I also am not worried about wasting transfer tape because I want everything to lay down really, really well. And not really wasting it, but what I mean by that is that I would rather have really sticky fresh transfer tape when it comes to layering, especially with small pieces, than worrying about reusing in cases like this. So this is going to be my base, and you'll see it all come together in just a moment, but I'm going to put my base piece down on the little iPad first. Okay, so I'm just going to center this. Okay, there we go, and then scrape that down. Okay, and then carefully, so I don't scratch the case, I'm just going to use my weeding tool to grab a little corner of that is really on there and pull away that transfer tape. Okay, so now we will see this start to take shape. So I am going to use the parchment paper method, and this parchment paper method has honestly changed the way I craft. It has made me approach designs in a much more manageable way. It's helped me not to be as intimidated as I was with multi-layer designs. It's just amazing. So if you need a full tutorial on how to do it, of course you'll see me do it here, but if you want to dive a little deeper and see, then I made some cute Disney cups for the kids, and that's a really good tutorial to watch. So I'll try my best to link it, but if I forget, then just look up Disney cups on my or on my channel, and you'll find that tutorial. So I'm just going to grab my next layer here, and what I'm going to do, this little piece of transfer tape is kind of roly-poly because of that. I had to really rip it off of that first layer. Okay, so with my transfer tape, it's hard to see, but I'm going to take all of my design except for a little corner of it, and I'm going to lay all of it but a little piece onto the parchment paper. Okay, so I'll probably have to get another piece of transfer tape for this next part. And then I'm going to hover over my outline here. And because I have that parchment paper there, I can hover over and move it around without laying it down because there's a little barrier between my vinyl and the actual next piece of vinyl. Okay, so I'm just going to hover over, and there we go. See where I'd like that. When I'm happy with where it's at and how it looks, which I am, I will attach that little piece that has fallen off of the parchment paper, I'll attach that piece down, hold it down, and peel away the parchment paper. Okay, then I have my vinyl that I can lay down just like that. So cute. I was not going to tell you guys what this was and just let it kind of come together. You probably can already see. But it's going to get cuter and cuter and cuter as I go. I used a shimmery vinyl for this little brown part. It's kind of like a shimmery, it has like rainbow shimmers in it too, rainbow glitter. I think I got it from Expressions Vinyl. Okay, I'm going to get a new piece of transfer tape just because that one is curly, and we'll do our next piece. So our next piece is another really glittery piece, and it's just a glittery, a little bit darker of a brown. I think it might be copper. I cannot remember. It is impossible for me to remember every color that I have. So usually I just remember where I purchased it from, and then I'll just link that for you and you guys can try to find the color. Okay, so I'll do this parchment paper once more. Again, laying everything but a little part of it on the parchment paper. Bringing this over, hovering. Again, moving as much as I'd like. I don't have to commit to anything because there's that parchment paper there. Okay, I like how that looks. Peel it off. Cute. Oh my gosh, the colors are coming together. So good. Sometimes it's really hard for me to pair vinyl. Okay, talk about overthinking. I will sit and overthink my vinyl choices for so long before I'll hit record. There is so much thinking behind the scenes and overthinking behind the scenes. I just want everything to be so perfect for you guys. Well, that's not true. Because of course I want it to be perfect for you guys, but I use all the stuff that I craft with, and I'm a perfectionist, so I overthink everything because I don't want to regret anything, if that makes sense. Okay, so this little pink flowery piece is next. I'm going to, let's see, go this way. I'm referencing Design Space to see which direction. Okay, hovering over here. This file is so easy to use. I'm so impressed with it. Okay. There we go. Just like so. And scrape down. And then peel away. Cute. Love that. Okay. And then let's do the leaves. Up those little leaves. Easy peasy. I would have never done something like this with this many layers if I did not learn this parchment paper hack, because it just would have been, it would have driven me crazy. Oh, and I may have lost a little leaf. I found it on my sheet here. So I will just place that like a sticker in that last little part. Okay, there we go. Always keep your little liners until your project is done, because if not, you'll dig through the trash finding little pieces. And as it keeps building upon itself, some layers will be easier than others to lie down. So you might find that you're not needing to use the parchment paper for all of the layers, such as this one coming up. I'm gonna see if I can just eyeball that. That was easy enough without the parchment paper. Some cute little ears in there. Okay, so let's do the eyes. Eyes are what really bring something to life. Okay, Oh, there we go. So sweet. Okay. Aw. There we go. We got some sweet little puppy eyes there. I can't remember how many colors this took, but the fun thing about it is you can personalize the colors any way you wish. So I had fun with doing that like shimmery glitter almost. It's more of a shimmer than a glitter. I think this one is glitter on the inside, but you can play around and really have fun with some color. Okay, and then we have the little puppy feet. So I'm going to trim these apart, and I just think it might be easiest to do those separately. There we are. Okay. Super easy. That was something that is much easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so there we go. So much fun. I love how it turned out. So sweet. They're going to love it. And I love the shimmer. I'm not sure that that shows very well on camera, but it definitely glitters in person. I love it. Okay, so I am feeling so productive. I definitely will be doing this again because I always have a huge list, like I've said, of things that I mean to get on my craft table but just haven't been a priority. So I absolutely love how everything turned out. I have everything here but the little craft room sign because right when I was done, I went and put it in its little home because everything has a home right now. It's all getting really, really clean and coming together. So we did tumblers, couple shirts, a onesie, a little bathroom decor, and then I love that I was able to organize with this little tray for my memory cards. And then my favorite ended up being the little AirPod case because it's so needed and it's definitely going to come in handy. I love it. And then a little iPad, and then organizing my little laundry room with this mask bin. And I think I mentioned the little monogram tumbler. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know if you guys do this too, if you end up having a huge list of things to get done and just tend to put them off forever. So I'm glad that I did this. I think I'm going to be inspired to do this again. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video.